Hello, my name is Scott McLeod, Senior Vice President, HLI, and the Director of HRLP 2020, something I'm very excited about. We've taken the classic elements of the HRLP, developed in partnership with our friends at MOM and IHRP, and we refreshed it both in the delivery techniques and in some of the content elements. Right now, what I'd like to do is just discuss the core themes. So the themes are adaptation and navigating change. What do we mean by those? Adaptation, in this sense, is really not flexibility, but this ability to take the resources that you have, the DNA, the values, the organizational and personal elements that make you who you are, and adjust them to fit better into a shifting environment. Navigating change is really reacting to the changing winds, the shifting tides, but heading in a direction that you want to achieve. That's the goal of the HRLP. We want to work with the professionals from this incredibly important area of Singapore's workforce to help them develop visions and tools to achieve where they want to get. To do that, we'll work on mindsets, we'll develop some knowledge base and some skill sets that can help you achieve that. If you have any questions about the program, please feel free to email me directly, scottmcleod@hcli.org. Thank you.
The experience back then in March 2017 was good. I went in without thinking and without knowing what to expect. And I must say that that's one of the better HR program I've attended so far in Singapore. What I really liked about it is very business focused. And it is targeted at Asian HR leaders. I get to interact with participants from not just from Singapore, but from other parts of Asia, which is nice, because then we get to learn and get to know about the different practices, challenges that the HR leaders are facing at that point in time.
I really enjoyed those days when I was sitting in a position, listening to all interesting conversation, brainstorming with lots of first-class professors, lecturers, and government ministers.
I remember there's one module or one section where they invited CEOs of various companies to come in to share their perspective of what they expect from CHROs and how they see HR as a function or as a department plays in the business world. We are always interacting and surrounding ourselves with HR people. But for this time round, when I was in the program, it was really nice to hear from a business side.
And I still remember the ministers actually give us very good challenges. Everyone has given me 3 C's: the clarity, the control, and the compassion. I walk away with a huge alignment of my relationship as an HR professional with my organization, with the countries like Singapore, and with the region.
It's not just looking at textbooks. If it's textbooks, then we can just read it anywhere, anytime. But because it was really practical, and we have got people with experiences who came in and share their life examples, and they tell us, look, to be successful HR, how to have a seat on the table. And back then, 2017, as you can imagine. And then we also talk about digitization. Of course, right now it's like no big deal. But back then it's like, wow, disruption, we talk about disruption. So I like the fact that because there were topics that are real and realistic and futuristic as well. And then the participants around us were fantastic.
Especially now we are in the COVID situation. There are lots of new challenges ahead of us, the human resources professional. The way we want to look at leaders, the competencies that we want to define leaders, the way we want to redefine our job. Is HR all about OD, leadership development, talent development? What about the basic humanity, the way we help colleagues around us, we help the community around us? So keep going, enjoy those conversations, and enjoy your HRLP.